This is my training video to talk about how to manage supplier price lists. Now, of course, if one or two part numbers change price, you can go in and do that on an individual part by part basis. But this is how to do stuff a little bit more en masse. So I'm going to go in here to supplier price list, and I've loaded up AMC 027, which is my Q components. So if we take, for example, here, I have this list, and you'll see that there's 0 lead times on any parts. The unit prices I'm not going to change, but so Epicor demands that there's an effective date. So there's no, although you can copy out of here, you can't re-import back in again. So what you have to do is to click your overflow, export, and you pick your supplier. Now, typically, it's a good idea to copy that part, the supplier number, and I'll show you why. So we're going to process that, and this will now bring up a download. So unfortunately, it brings in supplier price list, and I'm going to put the supplier details at the end of it and hit save. So that has now gone into my downloads folder. And again, these are just effectively scraps, so that's why I don't save them anywhere. So for example, here I now have all those details. Uh, so lead time is in calendar days. So say for example, I wanted to give this supplier 7 days. I can put 7 all the way down en masse. I could, for example, put in new, say the supplier had a new price. I could VLOOK that up and change the prices here. Or put in a column and VLOOK them up and compare old and new prices and then change as needed. So that's pretty much this file done. All I want to do was to en masse update the lead times. So I'm going to click save and close that. I'm going to minimize this screen here, and then I'm going to close this, and then I'm going to go back here and I'm going to go import. So now I'm going to search for my file. So this is my updated file, and I'm going to go open, and then I'm going to go process. So this will say import completed in a second. I'm going to close that, and then I'm going to go here and I'm going to go refresh grid. So you'll now see that this supplier, AMC 027, everything has all the lead times. Now you'll see down below that there's ones that don't have a lead time, but that's because they have a previous effective date. So Epicor will use the last effective date, which would be the last price, the last lead time, the last whatever you've updated recently. So that's how to manage en masse supplier prices change, lead time changes, whatever. Hopefully that helps.